from Upanishad, and most of us who gathered here may be familiar with this story. And there was a question in Upanishad that is there any supreme knowledge? That was the question. Is there any supreme knowledge? This question was addressed through a story, the story of Shetaketu. There was a rich businessman and he had a son named Shetaketu. And he decided he must give the greatest education to his child, and he sent his son Shetaketu to the master Uddalaka. And he stayed there for 10 years and learned everything and came back. When he came back, Shetaketu was so proud, his head was swelling, but because he learned everything, he argued all the colleagues and he defeated them. He won. That was his confidence. While seeing his child, this businessman, the Shetaketu's father asked Shetaketu, "Did you learn everything?" And he said, "Yes, father, I have learned everything." And he showed his masteries too. And his father asked, "Shetaketu, I want to know one thing from you. Did you that the particular thing that if you learn that thing, you can learn everything. If you know that particular thing, you can know everything. Did you learn that?" He was flabbergasted, wondered. And Shetaketu's father said, "If you learn that thing, you can see the unseen, you can hear the unheard, you can perceive what cannot be perceived. Did you learn that?" Shetaketu was little bit annoyed. He thought that he learned everything. And Shetaketu replied that, no, I didn't learn that. Then father said, "Go and learn and come back. Tomorrow morning you can go there." And Shetaketu could not sleep that night. Immediately he went to the master's house. In the midnight he knocked the doors of master. Master said, "Why you came back?" Shetaketu said, "Master, I want to know one thing." Master asked, "What?" "Is there in piece of knowledge that if we know that we can know everything? Means I can learn, I can see the unseen, I can hear the unheard. Is there piece of knowledge?" Master said, "Yes, there is a piece of knowledge like that." "Then why didn't you teach me that?" Master said, "You never asked me that." And Master said, "There is a stock of knowledge that cannot be taught unless and until the student is asked." Then Shetaketu said, "Now I am asking, teach me." Then Master said, Come with me. This is my shed. I have 400 cows, buffaloes, dogs, birds, everything. 400 things are there. You take it and go to the forest. As far as you go the depth of the forest, you can go. And come back when the number became 1,000. Shetaketu goes, "What kind of experiment is this?" "Anyway, I will obey that." Shetaketu took that animals, 400 animals, and went to the forest. And the forest, nobody was there. In the first time in his life, he was searching food. He felt the insecurities, and nobody was there to learn his scholarship. Nobody was there to exchange some ideas. Some animals and trees and rivers are only there. And Shetaketu slowly understand how he can speak with the natural world, how he can speak with the animals, how he can speak with birds and flowers. He slowly understood the idea. And he totally forgot about his family and other surroundings. And he immersed in that new situation. Years and years passed. The number of animals became 1,000. Shetaketu forgot everything, but one animal remembered this. He said, "Oh, Shetaketu, there was a promise." Shetaketu asked, "What is the promise?" "When our population became 1,000, you have to go back to your home." Shetaketu said, "I forgot the route. I know the route. I will go and you." Then Shetaketu said, "Yeah, you go. I will follow you." That animal said, that was a great procession. When that procession was approaching Shetaketu's village, the villagers gathered together and said, look, look, Shadaketu was coming with 1,000 animals. Then Shadaketu slowly called the villager and said, don't say like that. Don't say that I am coming with 1,000 animals. Say 1,001 animals are coming. That was the transformation he got. That was the supreme knowledge he gained. And he went to the master's house, not his father's house. Master asked, why you came back? He said, just to touch your feet and just to pay my respect to you. And he returned. He never looked back because masters never walk on the way he already walked. That was the level understanding Shadaketu has achieved. So these kinds of understandings, this kinds of the thought process, the present generation need to establish peace and harmony in this world. And there was also a story in, is the time permits me? Son. This kind of, I will stop within 2 minutes. This kind of a same story we can see in the Buddhist literature. Once Buddha was passing through the village, one man came and he started to ask some questions to Buddha. Our villagers thought that this man, Malinga, was a great, he is expert in arguments and he will defeat Buddha. He asked Buddha, Buddha, I want to know one thing. I have a question. Then Buddha replied to him, Malinga Sutta, do you want an answer or a solution to your question? Do you want an answer or a solution? What do you expect from me? Malinga Sutta was astonished because since the last 30 years he was completely asking questions. Now he was asked by Buddha by a question. He has to reply. And he was under peril. He said, what it mean? I want an answer, actually I want an answer or a solution. Then he told Buddha that I need some time. Buddha said, okay, you go and come back tomorrow. Buddha asked him, since how many years you are asking this question? He said, last 30 years I am asking questions. Okay. Last 30 years means in your stock there are ample number of answers. I can add 2 or 3 answers to your stock. So you come to me tomorrow. And tomorrow he came back and said, Buddha, I don't want any answers. I want solution. Then Buddha said, okay, if you want solution, you stay with me. For the next 1 year, you stay with me. In a condition, there's a condition. In this 1 year, you should not speak anything. That is the condition. Then Sariputta, another disciple of Buddha, was hearing this. He was started to laugh. He said, hey, Malinga, this old man is trying to fool you. In the next 1 year, you will forget everything. You cannot ask any questions. Whatever you want to ask, you ask now. And Buddha said, okay. Then Malinga, if you forget the question, after 1 year, I will remind you. I will remind you and I will give you the solution. 1 year passed. Malinga Sutta was totally in silence. He became as deep as water. And he don't know any questions. He know what the solution means. After 1 year, 10,000 gathering of sannyasins was there. And Buddha said, who is Malinga Sutta? I want to answer to him. And all the members were wondered because Buddha is going to answer to a particular person. And everybody was looking, who is Malinga Sutta? Actually, Malinga Sutta was also searching, who is Malinga Sutta? And Buddha said, you are the Malinga Sutta. Then Malinga Sutta said, no, I am not the Malinga Sutta. That Malinga Sutta was passed away. That Malinga Sutta had questions. That Malinga Sutta was no more. I am a new man. I am not the Malinga Sutta. I have no questions. I became the part of the solution. These kinds of understandings are necessary in the present world to establish peace and harmony. So, thanks for the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Thanks.